YOLO, my fellow human beings, and welcome to episode 66 of The Best Blessed Life. I'm your best host, Kristen, and today's topic is Fro-Yo. I'm trying, guys. These titles aren't easy. Before I get started, I want to thank you all for watching. Please continue to watch, comment, share, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and please pass them on to anyone you think that they could help. With that being said, the things we're going to do today are our positive words from the weeks, because I've been gone for 2 weeks, or 2 Thursdays, however you want to look at it. We're going to do dessert done differently, and that's where the Fro-Yo comes from. And then I'm going to tell you what I've learned on my walks. I don't know if they're helpful at all. I kind of stopped posting about them. Was not feeling well for a while there, still feeling kind of wolf. So, getting walks in fact, what's today, Thursday? Tuesday I walked 14,000 steps, so I was pretty proud of that. Alright, and then I also have on my DU hat. I tried to find my DU hockey hat because DU's going to the Frozen Four against Michigan. Come on, DU, you gotta kick some Michigan butt. Please. Okay, my son went there, just in case you're wondering. And they won the year before he started going there. And then, yeah, okay. Anyway, positive words from the last weeks, okay. So the 25th, Friday, was to discover, to find out about, recognize, or realize, disclose, or expose. Saturday the 26th was serendipity, finding something beautiful without looking for it, unexpected good luck. Prevail for the 27th means prove more powerful than opposing forces, be victorious or successful. The 28th was longevity, long life, existence or service, vitality, durability or endurance. Gregarious was the 29th, fond of the company of others, friendly and preferring to be with others, sociable. 30th, Wednesday, faith, complete trust or confidence in someone or something, strong belief. The 31st was wonderful, inspiring delight, pleasure, or admiration, extremely good, marvelous, or magnificent. The first was metanoia, I think is how it's pronounced. Comes from ancient Greek, the journey of changing one's mind, heart, self, or way of life. Transformative change of heart. The second was celebrated, greatly admired, renowned, honored, or praised publicly. The third was Shoshin, the practice of seeing life with wonder, and that's Zen Buddhism. Comes from Zen Buddhism, which means the beginner's mind or with fresh eyes. April 4th was love, an intense feeling of deep affection, like or enjoy very much, and care about the other's feelings. The 5th was new, the beginning, been recently created, built, or invented, or is in the process of doing so, unused. Wednesday, the 6th, was spring, originate or arise from, rebirth and renewal. And today, it's refocus, putting attention or resources on something new or different, change, emphasis, or direction. All right, and then if you also look at my stories from the weeks, I put a question there I like to get feedback on. So if you guys could put in the comments section what your answer to the question is, and today's question is, what instrument would you like to learn to play? I believe was the way it was phrased. Okie doke. I don't know if it's really dessert done differently, but for me, I'm trying to change up how I eat altogether. It's been a little bit of a process because I was addicted, and I will say addicted, to a particular flavor, brand-specific flavor of ice cream, which I've now stopped for about, I think it's been 3 weeks, but I'm not really sure. So fingers crossed. I went in the grocery store the other day and I actually looked at it and it kind of made me nauseous. So I was glad that I wasn't feeling attached to it anymore. With that being said, I'm going to make coffee frozen yogurt. That's where the Fro-Yo comes from. I don't know. That's one too many. Anyway. All right, I got this off Pinterest. Again, I forgot to put whose original post it was, but I feel I just base it on the recipe and then we go from there. So her recipe called for 1 cup of plain whole yogurt, and every time I put an asterisk, remember it's a substitution. 3/4 of a cup sugar, pinch of salt, 3/4 of a cup heavy cream, 1 cup brewed espresso, room temp, 1/4 cup of finely ground dark roast coffee. And then the instructions are as follows: in medium bowl, mix all the ingredients together basically. Chill for 2 hours, freeze in ice cream maker. So the add-ins that I'm putting, I'm infamous for using Greek yogurt, which she didn't really call for, and I'm using non-fat Greek yogurt. I'm trying to get the glare off the... Okay. So that is what I'm changing. I also use brown sugar instead of regular. And for the heavy cream, I replaced it with light cream cheese. The espresso is just a dark roast coffee, as well as the granulated is a dark roast. And then my add-ins are pudding. Let me see if I can't read it. Cream cheese, I said, vanilla, dark chocolate chips, and possibly caramel bits. I have them. I don't know if I'm going to add them. Let me make sure I covered all the areas. Okay. So, first things first, they want us to mix everything together. And frankly, right now, since they call for heavy cream, and I'm using cream cheese, the first thing I want to do is get my cup of Greek yogurt and my 3/4. So I'm equally substituting. Unless I say otherwise, I'm equally substituting 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream for close to 3/4 of a cup of cream cheese. I left it a little bit on the light side only because I feel like I might need a little bit of liquid here. So, yeah. I have a feeling it might be hard to get the these two things blended together without some sort of heavy cream or what have you. So that's the first thing we're doing. Okay? Hope everybody's been having a good spring. Ha ha ha. I think we got snow before. I forgot to look for a whisk or a... I want this for sure. I'm afraid my signs are going to fall down. Okay. I got a whisk over here. Okay. So I'm hoping, because I left them they've been at room temperature. At least specifically the cream cheese has been at room temperature for almost an hour. And I find that the light cream cheese seems to have a little bit, it's not as dense, or it feels like it's not as, not as, I knew I should have mushed them together first, but no, I had to get ballsy. So, this powerhouse that I use pretty often, especially in desserts, is the light cream cheese. Oh my gosh, it's flicking everywhere. The light cream cheese, the sugar-free cheesecake pudding, which they keep marking up. Oh my gosh! Seriously, right now. Get off of there. I might need the liquid more sooner rather than later, but let me see if I can get at least mashed up in here, and then I can take over with the damn whisk. Darn whisk. Okay. Okay. So let's see if I can get this kind of worked into a little bit more of a solidified I'm trying to break up the cream cheese more than I'm trying to incorporate the... Alright, I'm going to take my stuff out so I can kind of work. And I got to be careful because I set my coffee inside of my brown sugar thing, and now there's brown sugar on the bottom. So yeah, just I am having the darndest time today. I cleaned up so nice to get this all going, and now I'm making a disaster of everything. And I feel like my head is being cut off besides. Okay. So go DU. They play tonight, this afternoon, 4 o'clock our time. Come on, guys. Bring it home. All right, so it's starting to get a little bit more broken up, the cream cheese, I mean. So it's, I gotta make sure I get it all together though, because I really feel like I kind of might have shorted myself on the yogurt a little bit. Oh my goodness. So anyway, yes, go do you. Kick some butt. Okay, now let's see about if we can get. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add the vanilla since it wasn't really called for, and maybe it'll help give me that little bit of liquid I'm looking for right this second anyway, to help me I'm confuzzled. I think my vanilla mixed with my salt because it was in this bottom container. So I think I'm going to leave that because that's going to be really super salty. And I don't want to do that to just my yogurt yet, because the salt is just supposed to, I think, help freeze it and give it a little bit, because, you know, coffee, it's really going to be a flavor. It's really, let me get it. I am so sorry I'm being so annoying. I know I'm annoying myself, so if that makes you feel any better. And I'm going to put that in the bowl because everything's going to go in there anyway. So let me just get this mixed up pretty good. Maybe it'll help the coffee. It'll help bust it up a little more. I was hoping to get a little more whisk. Maybe I'll be able to whisk it better once I transfer it. That's what I'm going to hope. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. So the reason I'm using brown sugar is I read that it will give you a softer kind of ice cream texture, more like soft serve. So that is why. Plus I like brown better than white granulated. I was kind of hoping I was going to get more out of that. Does not seem like enough. I might have to go grab a little bit of yogurt. Let me see how this mixes. I've never made ice cream before, can you tell? Remember, I know I keep pointing this out, but I feel it's fair to say that when I'm making stuff, I'm making it in front of you for the very first time. So, is there trepidation? Maybe. Is there nerves? No. No, the amount of ingredients that I'm using are not conducive to getting panicky about, you know? Alright, so no, I'm not too nervous about it. I am, like, getting aggravated. My cream cheese is a mess. No! Just let him out, just 2 seconds ago. I don't know what his issue is. He's getting old. I think he forgets. Okay. Ugh. I don't know if this whisk is going to work. Getting yogurt everywhere. Yeah, so it wasn't feeling great. Feeling a little better. I at least can whisk it now. Let me get my sleeves out of the way. I feel like my sleeves are causing my issues. So I have my little canister from my little ice cream maker that I got at the Goodwill for 99 cents. And it's just a turny one. Because once you put it in, it's supposed to only take 20 minutes because the thing has been freezing, but we'll see. Okay, let's get this pudding in here. Now I made a cheesecake with like little cheesecake bites with snickerdoodle cookies. And I put them over. I did like I did with the baklava, the phyllo dough. But I used snickerdoodle cookie and I baked it over top of it. So I made little snickerdoodle cups and then I put cheesecake filling that I made basically like this. Hopefully I'm remembering it correctly. I gotta write it down because it turned out really good. I did use some heavy cream in that one, but I also used a whole brick of cream cheese. But I do believe it had more yogurt in it too, so we'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna need the liquid just for the sheer fact that I just put pudding in there. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna mix my salty vanilla with my coffee now. Okay. And I think what I want to do also is get my sugar in there. That doesn't seem like 3/4 of a cup either, but I did kind of. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna get the coffee in there so I can hopefully get this all combined together. Like I said, I might have to add some more yogurt, and I think I might have to add some sort of milk, cream, half and half. Come on. This just does not like me at all. Okay. Time out. Gonna switch implements again here. Come on, off of there. Okay. Notice there's no eggs, there's no cream so far, just yogurt. And if you're lactose intolerant, they do make coconut yogurts now and that kind of stuff. So you could probably substitute any one of those. And like I said, she used full fat and I used non-fat. So I might have to add just a little bit of cream just so that's why I'm hoping the pudding will take the place of the oops, I gotta get that because it's got coffee in it. I'm hoping the combination of the cream cheese and the pudding will take the place of the heavy whipping cream, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what texture I'm really looking for here. So, oh, you're killing me. Having fun yet? I know I am. Okay, so I'm gonna get this pressed a little more. If I showed you this right now, you would be totally grossed out, I have a feeling. So I'm not gonna bother with the sloppy details. I'll just show it to you when I'm officially done mixing. And I think I'm gonna just take a break real quick so I don't keep making horrible noises, and then when I come back, I'll go over some of the things I've learned on my walk while I'm doing this. So, I'll be back in a little bit. I came back to tell you real quick, what a great arm workout! Holy crap balls! I'm still not even done, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna feel this tomorrow. Alright, be back soon. Alright, have to call in reinforcement. So, I'm going to put a little bit more Greek yogurt in there. I just don't know if it's not thick, but as creamy as I'm going to want it to be. So maybe that's I don't know, 2 tablespoons? And again, playing it by ear, people. I'm just winging it. People are out here probably thinking I'm a crazy person talking to myself. They're cutting down branches and stuff in everybody's yard, and I'm probably not even gonna use. I don't know. I'm gonna take my spoon and do maybe. I shake it really good so it's foaming a little bit. I don't know. 2 teaspoons? I'm really not trying to add that much liquid right now because One, I don't want it any lighter as far as like how dark roast or light roast, because I didn't have espresso, you know. But what I think I am gonna do, since I'm trying to get it a little more coffee-ish, I came back just a few seconds ago to let you know what a great arm workout this is. No joke. Alright, I'm going to take that same spoon, even though it's got yogurt and stuff on it. And I'm going to do a good sprinkling. You're going to probably guess I'm happy it's stuck to the spoon like that, so I'm not overdoing the coffee. I mean, it's really just for me, but if it turns out really well, who knows? Maybe I found a new... Hold on. ComEd's a calling. Sorry, AT&T. Should have said, yeah, you can be my backyard if you give me a discount. Alright, guys. This is not turning out the way I'd hoped. So I'm either going to need more liquid, which I'm thinking if I'm going to do liquid, I'm not doing any more cream. I'm thinking if anything, I'm going to use some coffee. And I just made myself some, so I'm wondering if I just do that, or if I just, going to make myself a shot here real quick. It'll be a little bit warm too, which will be nice to play off the fact that I'm trying to get the little chunks, if you will, out of my Fro-Yo. So bear with me, I'll be back soon. Alright, so I brewed my coffee, and I am putting it warm because I'm not really worried about too many things. I just don't know if I'm going to use the whole shot or not, because I don't want it too watery either. So that was probably not even a teaspoon. Whew! I have an indentation in my hand for my handle on my whisk. Okay, another little dribble. Again, keep in mind, like a normal shot is like 1.5 ounces, I think. So I have not even probably used more than, like I said, a couple teaspoons still. I haven't quite come up to the tablespoon, which I think will be coming shortly if I cannot get. I think I'll be back. Alright, stepping back in to like know where I'm at. I think because I use so much brown sugar, my sugar's so dry out. I think it needs, unfortunately, because the brown sugar was dark brown sugar, I think it made it a little bitter. So I'm doing 2 teaspoons of regular sugar, probably about it. I also did add a little bit more of the heavy whipping cream, I would say another teaspoon. And then I also added a little bit more of the shot of coffee. So I've probably put in half of what, so 3/4 of a shot. I just said half. That's what I meant. I meant 3/4 of an ounce. That's what I meant. Come on, baby. I put a little bit more vanilla in there too, because I felt like that got a little lost. And then I'm debating about whether I want to use dark chocolate chips, because I have a semi-sweet that might help this a little more. Whew. I should have big guns. Okay, let me put this away real quick. A lot of stuff in my way. Alright, I think I'm going to need this. I'm going to leave that here. could just clean up a smidge. Anyway, so I did have paper towel and I just didn't see them. Okay. Let me see. It's got good color. It's like a nice beige. Which probably also came by the color, not just from the coffee, but also from the vanilla and the I just drew a blank. And the brown sugar, the dark brown sugar. Woo, that was a close one. All right, once we're done getting this all whisked together and kind of cohesive, we need to chill it for 2 hours. But my thought process is, if I chill it in the fridge for 2 hours, why couldn't I chill in the freezer for more like an hour? I'm going to do another little bit of this. So I think we're at 3 teaspoons, sorry. I'm gonna have to write this recipe down for myself, especially if it turns out really well. It'd be so great to just throw these things together and not worry about if I got the right measurements or not. So as you can tell, I'm doing this right here with you guys. I might have too much of the actual. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so freaking good. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I feel like it needs just a little bit of all right. I'm going to say one thing is going to be salt because I don't feel like my pinch went anywhere. So that was just a little shimmy shake. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get all these little nuggets. I don't know if they're nuggets of cream cheese, I'm guessing. Okay, I'll get back with you. All right, I think I'm done. Or as done as it can be because my arms are about ready to fall off. Sincerely. So what did I end up doing? A lot of stuff. I'm going to say shit because it was a lot. I added 2 big squirts of honey, which didn't seem to help. I added probably another teaspoon of the I can't think of the name of it now. Heavy whipping cream. And then I had this ingenious idea to just add whipped cream, meaning the aerosol can kind. And I usually buy the extra creamy. So I'm hoping it gave me a little bit of lightness. I don't know, the textures, I don't know if that's right. For the most part, I think it's pretty well whisked. I don't think I can do much else from here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it in the freezer. Yeah, I said freezer. And what I'm going to do, I think I switched to semi-sweet chocolate chips because I think the dark chocolate chips with the coffee and everything was just going to be too bitter. And then I have these caramel bites that I love that I put in my... I put them in everything. I put them in my granola. I put them in my nut mixture. I put them in my... they're 50 calories for 26 nuggets, so do with that what you will. But let me show you how creamy it is. Can you see? It's pretty pretty exciting stuff here. So I'm supposed to chill it and then freeze it. I don't even know if I have enough room in my freezer to freeze it. Okay, I might. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, burnt waffles. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, it's not even gonna fit it there. But you can see my little canisters in here. I don't know if you can tell that from here. I guess I'm just putting them in the fridge. And hopefully I'll be able to get it moved around and have it in the freezer here shortly. But while I'm trying to maneuver, I'll put that in there. Okay. I'll figure that all out later. So, what I've learned on my walks is that what do I want to say? There's a level of accountability to yourself, of course, but there's also a level of accountability to your family. Not that you're doing it for them, but in some respects, you're doing it for yourself to help them. I know it seems a little backwards or kind of, I don't know what I want to call it. But, woo! Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that one alone. Wow. That's strong. I usually like it pretty strong. So it's come right down to the fact that I wasn't really I was taking good care of myself in certain aspects, but then in other aspects I said to myself, well, I'm doing so well, taking care of myself this way. I can kind of cheat and skip the steps, for this thing or the other thing. But when it really boils right down to it, I was just cheating myself. I mean, is it really worth it having that rich, fatty burger when red meat isn't that great for you and gives you high cholesterol? It is my beloved cows, so I'm really trying to stay away from it as much as possible. Red meat and I are not the greatest of friends as far as how it treats my body and how it makes me feel. So in general, I've just decided while I was walking that I'm kind of on the verge of pescatarian, which is like basically fish and vegetables. I do eat chicken here and there or turkey here and there. But I've found that I don't really, yes, I can make chicken taste good, but chicken is just chicken to me. I don't get excited about it like I do about fish. Like, I love sea bass, I love halibut, I love pretty much all the, ocean. I'm not a big lake fish person. And then, of course, seafood I just love. But while I'm walking, I'm thinking to myself, how else can I transform what I'm doing to make it feel that much more productive? Because, frankly, if I was eating all that ice cream that wasn't great for me, it had artificial colors and artificial flavors. It was so good. But like I said, I went to the store and I looked at it and I said, I'm not going to miss it, really. I'm going to set that alarm, though. And when I did see it, I didn't really miss it. I remember how it started to make me feel, it wasn't really setting well with me, and I just decided, well, of all things, it's not going to hurt me to get rid of this thing, right? It's not really doing me any favors. It's not making me feel better. So this is how I go through the process of stopping things, habits that aren't good for me. I talk myself out of wanting to do them. So on these walks, that's what's so productive about them, is that I've actually figured out a banter or a way of talking to myself that says, okay, let's look at this logically. If it's really doing you that much good, give me a list of the pros and cons. And frankly, it seems kind of dumb. But as you get older, you want to realize, okay, my body doesn't feel that great anyway in the aging process. But to give it artificial flavors and colors and, I don't know, just byproducts of things, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I started buying 100% maple syrup because I didn't want to give myself this gelatinous, gross, I don't want to call it syrup. And then I took a step away from ketchup because I realized that as I was using it, I really didn't like the flavor of it on much of anything, including French fries. I mean, I'd rather have ranch if I'm going to be bad. So ketchup has been out of my life for quite a while. So things of sweetness that I feel are not doing me a service, I just kind of say, hey, you know what? I'm kind of over you. It's kind of like a whole breakup process. You know, I feel like if I wanted to really get rid of coffee, which I do not, I could, because I would talk myself out of thinking how comforted I am by it, or how happy it makes me when I'm cold and want to curl up with a book, or, you know, surf the internet or what have you. But I don't take negative things away from coffee. There's actually quite a few nutritional benefits to the actual coffee bean, which is considered a fruit. So I look at what I am feeding myself now, and I have narrowed it down to, okay, I can give myself ground beef, but I could also give myself ground turkey or ground chicken, or just regular chicken. I've done that for you guys. We made chicken tacos, but we replaced, or it was supposed to be regular tacos in the crock pot, but we replaced it with chicken. It took away a lot of the unhealthy fats and just the overall, just not good for you benefits or lack of benefits of red meat. So that's what I'm learning in my walks now. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. I know a lot of people have stopped smoking, or they have stopped eating after a certain time at night. So these are all things you talk to yourself about and say, okay, what is happening to me when I go to sit on the couch at 9 o'clock at night and I'm watching television on my couch? It's actually a thing that if you're sitting in front of your couch, you're gonna want to munch. They say it's like I don't know what you call it. You just don't realize you're doing it, I guess. And sitting there eating a whole bag of chips or what have you. Why can't you put healthier things closer to you? I have a jar of my nut mix that I shared with you guys on a post. It's basically a half a cup of whatever nuts you like. So mine was raw plain almonds, it was raw walnuts, it was roasted and salted pecans, and I also did sunflower seeds and pepitas, which are green pumpkin seeds. I also did the dark chocolate chips and a caramel bits. Ooh, I like that. And then I also put in there, what else? Oh, dried cranberries, dried raisins, and if I had the dates, I would have definitely put them in there. I think another thing that would be beneficial to my little trail mix, I guess, is that you can add all kinds of dried fruits. So you could turn that into either like some banana chips or apple chips. You could definitely season it up and bake it. Ooh, whoa. I just thought of something awesome I'm going to try. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so with that being said, I think other than me coming back and showing you the end result, like whipping up the ice cream for 20 minutes straight, is going to get us not only the workout I keep telling we are reminding us we can do, while we're cooking dinner. I mean, if you're just standing there waiting for the timer to go off, do some squats, do some lunges, do something to stretch out your back from standing or sitting for too long. Do something good for yourself instead of just standing there over the stove going, I gotta cook for my family. What do I make? I hate that time of day. I look at myself and I go, I have no idea what I'm gonna make for dinner. None. Usually it's not anything too exciting unless I'm cooking for you guys. So I think my family enjoys it when I make something on here because then they at least get to try something new. So think about it. Think about what is on your list of things that you're always eating or doing that isn't good for you. I'm not going to say bad necessarily, but I'm going to say isn't good for you. And say to yourself, if this were a boyfriend or girlfriend, a spouse of some sort, and they were letting me down on this continual basis, would I really want them around still? I mean, you have to really poignantly talk yourself into knowing what the facts are. Because we read labels and we don't acknowledge what those labels are saying. Some of them you can't even, if you can't pronounce it, don't put it in your system. You know what I'm saying? If you can't say the ingredients, I'm going to say your body is not going to recognize what it is because most likely it's a chemical of some sort that isn't going to be good for you in the long run. It might taste fantastic, but my whole point here on this channel is to prove to you that healthier can taste better than bad. Does that sound good? So I want us to understand that from now on, when we look at something on our plates, I don't want you overthinking it. If you want a hamburger, have a hamburger. Because your body is going to just keep bugging you about it until you actually eat one. So if that's the case, the likelihood is that your body's probably craving something in the meat, like iron. So a nice handful of spinach might suffice, but I think we need to realize what really is happening in our food when we're worried about all the other stuff going on around us, and we're taking that food home and we're putting it into our bodies and we're calling it food. That's the part that really boggles my mind. It's not food at all. Most of the time, if you're not making it, you're buying it prepackaged. And I'm just as guilty. I'm not saying I don't do it. I'm just saying to myself, why am I doing it? And the breakup process has started. Do you understand me? It takes so long. Trust me, there's been, that ice cream took me, oh my goodness. It took me a while. Because I'd tell my husband, yeah, pick it up for me from the store. And then I'd be like, yeah, I love it. I want to eat. Yeah. And then I'm like, nope. So I'm not going to say it took me a whole year, but a good 3 or 4 months of torturing myself with it, or without it, I guess you could say. But think about starting the breakup process with things that don't belong in your body. And realize how much better you're going to start feeling when you realize those things that were in that food that you were eating, the actual food that delivered the chemicals to your system, probably tastes better if you just made it fresh. So, I guess that's it. I'm going to let y'all go for a little while. We got a little long while. But in the meantime, get some walking in, get some stretches in, maybe take a nice hot bath with some Epsom salts or a nice hot shower. Just stand under the water and let the water run over you. Whatever gives you the sense of peace that you need to make it through today. This cloudy, crappy day. I will be back with you guys in a little bit. See you soon. Hey guys, I want to make sure that was on. I'm back real quick. We still got about 20 minutes or so So I thought I'd show you a neat little lunch snack type deal I make. And this is just a piece of multigrain bread. And I don't know if I've mentioned, I'm sure I have. I've mentioned it plenty of times. I'm allergic to peanuts. So my husband found this called Wow Butter. And it's basically soy. It's peanut and tree nut free. Complete protein, no hydrogen. So it's really good. And needless to say, I liked peanut butter and jelly a lot. But, you know what? Jelly's not that great for you. So what I do, in order to get a good amount of protein, and keep in mind I'm covering 3 food groups right now. So I got the grains. And actually there's seeds in my bread, so I have that kind of protein as well as the protein. As I'm ripping up my bread from my nut butter, soy butter. I'm trying to get a good layer on. I like to go all the way across because it kind of seals in the fruit. And you can use whatever fruit you want. I actually made a banana version of this by taking a half of a frozen banana and mixing it with about, I don't know, a couple tablespoons of Greek yogurt. And a little honey, and I made that kind of it kind of tasted like a fluffernutter, believe it or not, in a weird sort of way. So then I just pile up these strawberries on here, and I get as many on there as possible, but stick to one side because you're going to have to fold it in half, unless you want to make a whole sandwich. I like to eat the end, because they're not very flat. Okay, that guy's got to go in there. Okay. And then, it's not going to really fold for me. Alright. Then I just take it, and I smush it. And then I eat it. I'll be back in a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, I got the little ice cream maker out. Isn't it the cutest? I think I have enough for 2 batches at this rate. But this just pops in here. This little cylinder was freezing, and then the handle part comes separate. And they even told me you can store the ice cream, just put the lid on, and then this little thing becomes the top to cover up the whole. Isn't this the cutest thing you've ever seen? 99 cents. Okay, so I have a lot of mix, base, what do you call it? Okay, and then I decided too, remember I said I was going to put mix-ins in, and I think I'm going to just do it on a, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, but I got to get some in here so before this starts too. I mean, it's a couple minutes early, but that's okay. I did make it a little bit different. It got pretty good and chilled, so I'm going to see how well it pours or doesn't pour. I hope you like that little sandwich segment I just did. Okay. You know, I didn't really read to see how far you can fill it up. I mean, do I do it on both sides? Or it just kind of goes around. Like I said, I've never done this before, people. Well, maybe I don't know if it. I mean, I guess I have to have room for it to get. Oh, I'm getting it in the nose. I don't know if I'm supposed to pour it within the. Ooh, that's actually really good. I was worried, but it's pretty tasty. Okay. Oh, it's got a good amount of coffee. Wow. Woo! This is gonna be one of them ice creams where you're gonna have to. Oh, it's already freezing. Okay. I gotta remember what I'm supposed to do. Ah, before I freak out. Okay, get on there. Where does this go? Oh, this goes here. Oh, it helps if you put this through the hole. Okay, come on, guys. Work with me. How's it go? How's it go? Okay, come on. Let's see. What is happening? Is it? Oh, I guess that's as far as it goes. I think I'm supposed to lock it in place. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. This looks a little crooked. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. I don't know. I think it's supposed to go between. Oh, come on, people. I guess I should have practiced this more, huh? Oh, and it's already freezing. I gotta turn it. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Holy shit balls. I gotta get it churning. And I can't even get the freaking thing on all the way. Look at that already. Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay. Told you, never done this before. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? It's frozen solid. I'm gonna have to, what's Madougals? Why can I not get this in there? Hold on. Whoa. I gotta get this churning though. And I swear I'm lining it up right. Oh, here we go. Come on. You'd think the lid would be like, maybe it just goes on the outside and I'm trying to, no, because that does not look like it's locked in place. Grr. And then this thing looks like it lines. See, the blade is not turning. The freaking whole thing is turning. Oh, come on. Seriously, what is the problem here? Maybe this is why it was on the old. Oh, my goodness. I'll be back with you in a second. It might be too late for me. Save yourselves. Okay, you would not believe the torture I went through to get this freaking lid on, and now it's not staying. And my ice cream is, oh my gosh. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Okay, see, I get it here. And this is, you're supposed to hold it here and lock that in place. But I think my ice cream is, oh, I think I got it. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you. You would not believe the torture it took me to get to this place. It told me to let the mixture sit for 2 or 3 minutes and then turn the handle clockwise. I'm not going clockwise for some reason. 2 or 3 times. Let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, I guess it says to keep, like, freezing it? Turn the handle, and now I did that. Okay. Okay. So I don't know. I'm afraid to take the lid off now. So I don't know if those 2 to 3 minutes I'm supposed to at least be putting it in the fridge. I don't know. It's fun when it's put together. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And let me put this back in the fridge. Because I have enough for another round. So I'm trying to figure out, the other thing I'm going to try and figure out is how I'm going to store this ice cream, because I have to do one more round. This is supposed to take 20 minutes, but it doesn't say it takes you 20 minutes to get the fucking lid on. Excuse my language. But holy crap balls, was that tough. It turns out this blue ring has to be attached to the cylinder, not to the actual container. It looks like it's attached to it, but it's really not. It's locked into place. Let me just tell you. Clockwise. 1, 3. I don't know, it looks pretty creamy. I'm very excited. Very excited. Alright guys, so what I think I'm going to do is continue on this little procedure. We're supposed to turn it 3 times. And I will get back to you. Fingers crossed it will be delicious. I don't think I'm supposed to freeze it in the meantime. So, yeah. It says they should be done quickly, but there's no way in hell that happens quickly. I don't know. I feel like it should be churned more because it sat for so long. Me trying to get the lid on. Does that make sense? I don't know. Alright, well, I'm going to time it. I'm going to give me like 15 more minutes. And I'll be back with you hopefully with a finished product and maybe some chocolate chips in it. See you in a bit. Hey guys, we got about 4 minutes left in the home stretch. I'll tell you what, if you want a good workout and then get a good treat in the end, this is the way to go. Oh man. While I've been waiting for it to like get all beautified, I've been like doing some push-ups on my counter like this. Making sure my feet are together. Alright, press into the counter. Blow out on the way up. I did some lunges. I'm so antsy to try this. And then I realized I thought I was going to be able to dump some stuff into the mix by just taking the handle off, but the handle doesn't, the blade doesn't allow things to go out the bottom. So lesson learned, I will have to do my mix-ins as I pour it into I found some Tupperware containers that I'm going to use, hopefully. I think maybe I'm going to get 2. I don't know how, once I take this out, how big. Man, I'm so like excited. Flustered. I was flustered, really. This had my goat, I swear. So anyway, I don't know how full I want to get them. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer in with my spatula here. Actually, let me wipe this off. My spatula here, and then put the fixins, mix-ins, whatever you want to call them. And then I'll try and I'll stir them in that way. Fingers crossed. For the last couple minutes, people. So the first one, I think I'm just going to do the mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. The little baby ones are so cool. I actually like making chocolate chip cookies if I have to put chips with these in them because it's at least not so intense in one area. It kind of spreads the chocolate throughout the cookie part. Because if you're going to have chocolate chip cookies, I don't like to just take a bite and have a big old chunk of chocolate in my mouth with cookie. I'd rather just have plain cookie or just kind of evenly dispersed chocolate. I know, I'm very picky. What can I tell you? I'm very antsy. I'm losing my mojo. They said if it starts to freeze too hard, to turn it in the opposite direction. Well, like my hands are suffering from just trying to get this. I'm scared to get the lid off. I'm going to just tell you right now. I'm worried it's not going to come off. I mean, we've turned it pretty far. It's all the way over here. And it starts over here, so I don't know. It looks pretty tasty though, I have to say, but I think it's going to take a little time in the freezer to kind of just set up. Doing a little backwards action. I think that's what gets it turning in the opposite direction. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be holding this whole thing, but my hands hurt so bad. First from the whisking of the mixture just in and of itself, which is an awesome workout, don't get me wrong. But I don't have the greatest of hands, and I just kind of beat the crap out of them, you know? We're down to a minute. I'm so excited. The exciting part is going to be seeing if I can get the lid off, because I don't even know. Oh my gosh, I might be getting it. Let's see if I can turn it this way enough that it'll come. Come on, turn it. Try so freaking tight. Okay. Come on. Come on. Have you ever had to coax? Alright, so now... Hold on. Okay, I jumped the gun by 6 seconds, but if you can see... Oh my golly. Okay, let's see how... Oh my gosh. Wow. That is such an intense coffee flavor, but it's really good. You definitely can taste the pudding, so I think for the ratio of 1 cup of Greek yogurt, I think I really only need to use like half a package, but it's got... Wow. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to get this out of here. Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can get it in here. I mean, it froze really nice. I just think there's too much pudding texture left. And I probably, had I been able to kind of stir it quicker, come on, you know, by getting the lid on faster, it probably wouldn't have been so... I mean, it snapped for a while, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh my gosh. Wow. Is that good? Yeah, I almost think you don't need the second shot of what have you. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Look at that. Alright, so now I'm going to put some of the mini chips in there. I'm going to dump a bunch. And then we'll see about maybe getting this in there on top. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's so soft yet, you guys. It's like soft serve ice cream. It's really... I'll tell you what though, that coffee flavor is very intense. Come on, get out of there. It's not good. I don't know what you would do, just a regular spoon maybe. Alright, let's see if I can just use my trusty rusty. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. And it's still pretty cold. I wonder if I could do the second round. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get about 2 batches actually. I don't even know how much is left of the other one, but I think I'm gonna try and golly, get it in here while this is still pretty cold, I would say. We might need to freeze it again, but okay. Let me get this. Holy crap. Talk about coffee flavor. It almost reminds me of those gelato flavors you get in I can't think of the brand. I think it's Breyers makes it. Alright, let's see if we can get this in here real quick. Let me you know what? Let me yeah, I feel real organized. Okay. So you saw the concept. You obviously know I need a little work on my skills here as a ice cream churner, yogurt churner, whatever you want to call it. I gotta make sure I don't get it down the tube of the blade either. I kind of think I'm not supposed to have the blade in there while I'm pouring it in there, but I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do, oh my god, besides make a huge mess, is put, oh god. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you what. Okay. Oh my. Let's just say I got it everywhere. Okay. Except in my mouth. Okay, you would not believe the strength of the coffee flavor, I almost wish I had added more like heavy cream. So that might be something to consider as well. Either that or back off the coffee just a hair. Maybe not make it a shot, just make it regular coffee. And I don't honestly know if I would use, what's my jiggles? Espresso. Let's see if we can blend this in. As it is, I have a feeling that we are chilling out too fast, or cooling, warming up. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, I think I covered everything with you. I don't need to go over this part again, I'm sure. I'm just going to let you go for now so I can get all cleaned up. I'm glad you joined me today. I hope you try this yourself. Maybe try a different flavor. Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry with real strawberries. Something different. Something to satisfy your sweet tooth without, ruining everything. Okay, with that being said, I want you guys to have a good day. Go do great things. Be your best self. And please live your best blessed life. Thanks for watching. Bye.